Hello, here we are in the greenhouse. So this is obviously July, it's very hot, and greenhouse right now is about 100 degrees Fahrenheit, a little bit warm for raising plants. So what we use the greenhouse for this time of year is actually drying our garlic. And you can see what I do is we lay out our garlic. This has been down here for a couple of weeks now, and what we want is we want the stems to go nicely yellow and brittle, just like this. For those of you that don't know, I used to work on a garlic farm 20 years ago, and what we would do in the drying sheds and the drying barns, we'd do exactly this. We place the eye, because it was in France, so the eye would go on the drying racks, dry for a couple of weeks, and then it's ready to either plat or store. So what you want to do when you're storing garlic is make sure it's nicely dried out and then hang it somewhere where it's going to stay dry. One of the biggest problems with garlic is that if it's not fully dried out, it's going to go mouldy. So we want to get rid of all that humidity where that mould can develop. The same is also true of onions. So what you want to do is, as you start to pull up your onions are probably just about ready. Mine are in a few more days. So once this garlic's all dried out down here, which will be actually some of it we're going to use today for dinner, we're going to bring in the same with the onions, leave the stalks on, because what's going to happen, we're going to dry them out and have all that goodness go back into the bulb. That's what we're encouraging by drying out all the stems, because what will happen is if we don't do that, you're going to end up with these things. And we left this one on to show you. This is a seed head. So what happens if you don't pull your garlic or your onions, they'll all develop seed heads, and that causes a much weaker bulb. And since, unlike other things we grow in the garden, we actually eat the bulb of the garlic and the onion, we want as much goodness in these garlic bulbs as possible. So, you know, if we'd have left that one to run to seed, we'd end up with a much weaker bulb at the bottom and a lot more seed. So nicely dried. We're going to use this big one here for dinner tonight. So we're going to make some fresh garlic bread. It's going to be super yummy, and we're going to go do that right now. So I'll talk to you later. Toodaloo.